China's impact on African urbanism is a topic that has been attracting a lot of attention lately, with many analysts and researchers arguing that Chinese-made buildings, infrastructure and urban districts are transforming the face of the continent's cities. Dutch research studio Go West Project has been tracking this phenomenon since 2012 and recently released a preliminary report in an issue of Urban China, a magazine focusing on Chinese urban development. Welcome to Amazing Projects. Join us as we delve into the controversial topic of Chinese foreign investments in Africa. According to the report, China's growing economic and political might have made them a significant player in the continent. Not only is it Africa's single largest trading partner today, but China's practical investment diplomacy, offering buildings, roads, railways, power plants and other infrastructure, has emerged as a powerful alternative to Western development aid that is geared towards reducing poverty instead. This has led to Chinese companies successfully funding and building many new developments in African cities, ranging from the headquarters of the African Union in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to the Lekki Free Trade Zone in Lagos, Nigeria. While many Africans appreciate this much-needed development, it is not without its problems. Go West Project's research found that many Chinese-made buildings fail to relate to the local context, such as the Great Wall Apartments, a residential development in Nairobi, Kenya, consisting of residential blocks that look exactly like housing units found across China. Through interviews with inhabitants and journalists from each city, the team also found that the Chinese urban model presents a paradox for its people. On the one hand, China is able to deliver projects within budget and on time and propel urban development forward. On the other hand, Chinese companies are able to undercut all other competitors, including locals. This means African companies are unable to compete, which leads to the loss of local jobs and businesses, not only in construction, but also in low-level jobs like street sellers and construction workers. Critics argue that the Chinese approach to African urbanism is akin to neo-colonialism, with Chinese companies effectively taking over the development and management of African cities. They argue that this approach undermines the ability of African cities to develop their own unique urban identities and instead promotes a generic Chinese-style urbanism that fails to account for the local context. However, proponents of the Chinese approach argue that it is a much-needed alternative to the slow and inefficient Western development aid model, and that it is helping African cities to rapidly develop and modernize. They argue that the Chinese approach is based on practicality and pragmatism, and that it is the most effective way to achieve tangible results and improve the lives of millions of Africans. In conclusion, the impact of Chinese urbanism on African cities is a complex and multifaceted issue that requires careful consideration and analysis. While it is clear that Chinese-made buildings, infrastructure, and urban districts are transforming the face of the continent's cities, it is important to ask whether this approach is truly sustainable in the long term and whether it promotes the development of unique and locally relevant urban identities.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating topics and amazing projects. Also, tell us in the comment section what topic you want us to cover next. See you in the next video.